Swadika, welcome to ASEAN Talks. I'm Chulapansa Narula. To maintain good health and great spirits is something everybody would want, but it's easier said than done, I should say. So today we have two special guests who will help you go through your emotional and physical issues through a technique that is very popular around the world now. One is EFT, or Emotional Freedom Technique, and also we have Ayurveda. Joining us in the studio, we have Kun Duangtip Arora, who has advanced training in holistic studies from India, and Shalini Yamdagni, advanced EFT practitioner. Swadika.
Swadika.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Our pleasure.
It's certainly a very interesting topic, I should say. A lot of people are going through the emotional and physical issues in the modern world, and I believe that your healing modalities are very popular as well. So to begin with, tell us a bit about both Ayurveda and EFT. Let's begin with Ayurveda.
All right. Ayurveda, as I think many people are now familiar with, is the science of healthcare, or the science of right living, which actually originated in India about 5,000 years ago. So it is the most comprehensive written literature we have on healthcare. And the main strength of Ayurveda is it does not only deal with curative medicine, but it deals with preventive healthcare. How to live correctly in harmony with your inherent metabolic type, your inherent nature, so you are in a state of balance and you don't fall sick in the first place. So this is something that is becoming the need of the hour in the modern times that we are living, given we are exposed to so much food technology, medicine technology, some of which have not been even tested for long-term effectiveness, and we are exposed to a lot of allergens and things like that in the atmosphere. And given the high hospital costs and everything, people now want to take charge of their health. I mean, it's high time people know there's a lot they can do on the physical level with the right diet, herbs, body works that can bring them back into balance very gently, very naturally, without resorting to very strong medicines and drugs.
I see. So how does it actually promote longevity and good health? What do you need to do?
Longevity is actually lengthening your lifespan, okay? And when you are living in a condition, or you're living a life in which you are strengthening your immune system with the diet and lifestyle, you are not prone to getting sick. You energize your cells, in day-to-day life with breathing exercises to begin with the right food, with the right mental and emotional positive emotions. So, and that's what extends the lifespan of internally of your cells. They're more healthy, and it translates into a healthier life, a more meaningful life.
I see. Diet, of course, is an important part of life.
Very important.
And it is important Ayurvedic tool as well. But when you say diet, do you have to base it on age, gender, things like that?
Yes. Diet is actually, according to Ayurveda, there are so many factors we have to consider. The age is one thing. The diet changes as you age, even according to the seasons. Okay, I mean, what kind of food you should have in the winters or in the summers, seasonal food, and then the time of the day, and things like that. So many aspects, and of course, most importantly, is your metabolic type. Every person cannot be fed the same thing because they will not metabolize it the same way. So you have to fine-tune it.
So you have to go through a test to find out.
Well, an assessment, I would call it. Something you could even do for yourself.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Now let's go over to Kun Shalini. EFT.
Yeah.
I know it's being this word going around, but enlighten us, please. What exactly is EFT? How does it work?
Okay, so firstly, EFT, it stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques, and it's basically a very simple and a very powerful healing aid that's been used not only for dealing with emotional challenges, but all sorts of physical and psychological challenges all over the world. It started like some 20 years ago.
20 years ago?
Yeah, so it's a relatively new energy technique.
Ayurveda is 5,000.
Yeah, but
it's
based on a 5,000-year-old ancient Chinese technique of acupuncture.
I see.
Yeah, so the philosophy for acupuncture is basically that your energy, you're made of energy, and as long as energy is flowing well through your body, then you do well in every area of your life because there's balance. But when the energy is not flowing smoothly through your body, then you experience a state of imbalance or a state of dis-ease. We like to call it disease. But basically, it's a state of imbalance. And you know, EFT is, so for example, how does it work, you asked me. If you have a disturbing thought, for example, something is disturbing you, it disturbs the flow of energy through your body. So, you know, just like a TV screen, when you know, normally when you watch TV, everything's working fine. You see the colors, you see the pictures. And as soon as there's an electrical disturbance, your TV screen goes, you know, there's a static
sound.
It's exactly the way your body works, strangely, because if there's a disturbing thought, then it disturbs the flow of energy. So, for example, if you know you're going to be on air next, you might have a thing that, oh my God, I'm going on air next. And
butterflies in your stomach.
Butterflies in your stomach, right? And just a little disturbing thought or something that, you know, bothered you created a physical sensation in your body.
Okay.
Now, if you keep something if something's disturbing you on a regular basis, it's going to keep creating disturbance and literally creates energy jams in your system. You've got clogged energy. And because of that, then your immunity is compromised because energy is not flowing well, so it's not reaching 100%, you know, and your immune system is compromised and you experience a state of dis-ease, whether emotional or physical. And how EFT works is that when, you know, very simply, you think of what's bothering you and you stimulate key energy points on your body. So what happens is when you think of this thing that's disturbing you and you start tapping on your energy points simply like this, you know, what happens is the problem that was bothering you kind of just disappears, and all that you're left with is you're left in a place of clarity,
calm,
peace,
relaxed.
calm, and then, you know, what's going on in your thoughts is just, I think I'm going to be okay. I think this is going to be great. You know, everything's going to work out fine, and that's what it leaves you with, in a place of peace and calm and clarity.
How many energy points do we have?
Okay, in acupuncture they work with about 14 different points, but in EFT we just work with 7, 8, you know, points. So would you like me to?
Sure.
Okay, please. So the first point would be, you know, it's really easy to follow. It's kind of going down your face.
Right.
So it's the start of the eyebrow. So you tap like that, and then the side of the eye.
Right.
It's the bone at the side of the eye, then under the eye, under the nose, on the chin. It's the collarbone point. There's another. There's several other points, and then there's one at the top of the head.
Okay.
And it's just simply thinking about what's bothering you. And as you do this one round of tapping, what happens is that energy disturbance that was going on in your system tends to straighten out. And then you don't have that disturbance anymore, and you feel calm and relaxed, and it happens pretty much in minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what's interesting is these points also correspond to the Ayurvedic marma points, or the energy points.
So it's interconnected.
It's all interconnected.
Yeah.